The time is exactly 9:20 a.m. News and views on Salam Media, and we're now going to be talking with Comrade Pitso, Hlasa, National Organiser at AZAPO, and he's here to talk about the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. A very good morning to you, Comrade. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Good morning to you and good morning to your listeners. Thank you for having me.
Thank you indeed for your valued time this morning on the show. We're here to talk about something very important, very close to our hearts. And if we can do nothing, if we're unable to do anything at all for the Palestinian people or the cause of the Palestinians, at least what we can do is to march in solidarity with them. And that's exactly what this International Day of Solidarity is all about. Tell us more, please.
Thank you, ma'am. I think the world will remember that in 1977, the United Nations declared the 29th of March, of November, the International Day of Solidarity with the people of Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
And as AZAPO, from inception, we had a policy of anti-Zionism, because the struggle of the Palestine people it's not so much different from the struggle of the South African, the very same struggle we went through, the struggle of illegal occupation by another group imposed on the people of the Palestine. As AZAPO, we are going to be part of the march on the 29th, just to highlight the plight of the people of Palestine. And maybe this is worse considering the ongoing war in that region currently. We know that the Palestine have lost women, children, and civilians through this genocide committed by the Israel, supported by the Americans, of course. And we know it is nothing about religion. It's about the occupation of Gaza by the Israel. So we condemn that in the strong possible terms, and hence we, as AZAPO, have been in the forefront to lead the struggle against Zionism in South Africa.
Why do you suppose, Comrade, that the Western world seems to be spinning the narrative uh, regarding this struggle on religious grounds? And you and I, and the better part of the world, does know it has nothing to do with religion. It's about the illegal occupation of Palestinian lands.
Western America, they are spinning this and pushing a narrative as if this is a religious war. It has got nothing to do with religion, ma'am. This has got more to do with the resources of that country.
Ah.
Yeah. So it is about actually America trying to extend its monopoly and greed towards the resources that area has. And as a result, that's why they will go all out to support that, because at the end of the day, it will economically benefit them. So it has got nothing to do with religion, man. It has absolutely nothing to do with religion. It's a war of aggression against the people of Gaza, and it's actually, you can say, an economic war, basically. It's an economic war because of all what they are after is the resources of that region, man.
We do understand. I've read reports as well, Comrade Pitso. I have read reports that they have come across huge reserves of gas in that region. So obviously, the West wants to get their hands on those reserves. But having said that as well, we kind of look at the situation and the Israelis, the occupiers, and the Western narrative is a war, and they're also saying they're also talking about they talk about the Israelis having the right to defend themselves against the supposed Hamas attack on the 7th of October. Yes, we know that there was an attack, but I think people need to study the history of the region and study and understand what has happened over the past 75 years in Palestine for that, for that uh, straw to have broken the camel's back on the 7th of October this year. Thus,
Yeah.
we're sitting with a situation of a genocide of unimaginable proportions. Your thoughts, comrade?
Exactly. You are spot on, ma'am. You are spot on. I think the probably one from where I am sitting, Hamas might have given them a justification to justify this genocide. However, the occupation of the Palestine, it is wrong. It is wrong. This is, you see, we cannot just look at the matter superficial. We must just look at the symptoms where the matter started. The occupation of Palestine is an illegal act, man. That is where now the people of Palestine for the past 75 years, they have been defending themselves against this foreign aggression. They have been defending themselves. And then nobody is saying a word. The whole world is quiet when Israel is doing as it pleases in that region. Israel is doing as it pleases in that region. It kills, it maims people, it rapes people, it imprisons people. It all of these things that you've mentioned, and nobody has raised those things. And Hamas, they are actually defending their integrity. That's what they are doing. It is not because of this war started on the 7th. It is not like that. This war has been there for years, and the world has been keeping quiet about that. So it is not true that Hamas has actually started the war. The war has been started by the people of Israel when they were occupying that area.
Comrade, I need to end off there because my next guest, Mohan Hira, is on standby, but I do need to put one or two more questions to you regarding the Palestinian situation. Obviously, the Netanyahu feels like a superman at the moment because he's being backed by a superpower, and that is America. We need to be holding America equally accountable as far as this genocide is concerned, don't we? But I kind of wonder, do we have a strong enough voice? Because America is a superpower.
That's the thing. That's the thing, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Is that you look at the trend. Look at the trend of America. Where they think that they can exploit resources of the country, they will go down and kill people. Like nobody's business. You take it from Syria. You look at Afghanistan. You look at Libya. You look at Baghdad. All those things. It's America behind all these things. Hence, I am saying we as AZAPO, we are not seeing this as a religious war, but this is an economic war and it's on an illegal occupation of Israel in that region of Palestine. So it's
And once
basically,
again, yes,
yes,
carry on, carry on.
yes, I'm saying, and once again, ma'am, the world is folding its arms. It's keeping quiet because of the very same thing that you have said, that because of we look at America as a superpower, nobody wants to touch him. And even Netanyahu knows that he's got the backing of Biden, so nobody will touch him. So he can do as he pleases. Hence, you see this genocide unabated, and nobody's saying anything about that. So, in fact, protesting is not enough. I think it's time for the world to stand up and say enough is enough and face to take the bull by its horn.
Sadly, Comrade Pitso, I think here what also comes into play is the issue around black and white. The white
Yeah,
supremacists who believe that they have the right to rule the world, and us black
correct.
people always I mean, history speaks for itself, always being subjugated by the white man. So it's that scenario playing out as well.
Yes, precisely. That's why we say, as AZAPO, we are not stepchild of anybody. We are a creation of God, like anybody else, and like anybody else, we reserve the right for self-determination. So just like the people of Palestine, AZAPO believe that they reserve the right for their own self-determination, man. So that's why I'm saying to you, I think it is high time that the world look at this war for what it is, and AZAPO will support any other endeavor that will make that region free, man.
Okay, and one of the ways you are supporting this endeavor is
Man,
the
whatever.
International Day of Solidarity.
Where for now, yes, we be part of the march of the progressive forces that will be marching to the Constitutional Hill on the 29th. But I am saying, as AZAPO, we support any means necessary to save the situation there.
Comrade Pitso Hlasa from AZAPO, thank you indeed for your thoughts on this matter. You go well. See you at the march on the 29th
Thank you.
of this month. It's from the Mary Fitzgerald Square to Nelson Mandela Bridge.
Correct,
29th
man.
November, 10 a.m. End Israeli apartheid, end the occupation. Thank you, sir. Thank you, comrade, for your thoughts on this matter. Go
AZAPO
well.
says free Palestine. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. It's a
God
pleasure.
bless. 9:31 news and views on Salam Media. We're going for an ad break and then we'll be joined by Mohan Hira, who is standing by. He is on a 36-hour fast. He's going to be talking to us and we're going to hear from him firsthand why he has chosen to go on a 36-hour fast for peace in Palestine.